excited to watch it, but unless they're wearing Brooks logo, I'm not going to jump in a fast race just to sit on the rail and try and help out people trying to run fast. So it seemed less of a race than the time trial, and I'm not looking to do that right now.
Oh yeah, cool. Because the Want to Make a Mile is one of those races. I feel like some people do regard with like winning it as prestige. Like, do you know?
Oh, I do.
You see that? Or?
I do, but I've really been working on my 5K, 10K half work, and so coming down to a mile seemed a bit of a jump. And I've now run a 3K in 10 years, and I thought, you know what, let's stay up as high as we can. 3K, 5K, I'll probably open up outdoors with 5K, and then we'll drop down, and then we'll get the speedy legs going again, because that was a bit of a weakness for me last year. It's just rounds, feeling better.
Yeah, so first 3K in like 9 years or something. When you step on the line, how confident are you?
It's one of those things where it's like, tell you what, if you had cameras at some of my workouts, we'd be talking about some of mine. It's not really. It's like I've been having no problems. I haven't missed a day since World Championships. Took, I think, 10 days off, started again, slowly but surely. I'm not a high mileage guy. I run like 65, 70 miles a week. But when you don't miss a day and you add those up, for me, that's going to end in something pretty special. So we ran that half. I had the freaking best time of my life out there. I don't know why. I'm going up there at some point in my career, not anytime soon, but had an awesome time, and then just haven't missed a day. That's all it is. It's some work.
Have you been more strength oriented in this period as compared to years past, or no?
No, I wouldn't say so. I just think that, like, again, I've only been running 70 miles a week max, and so my sessions have been maybe a bit longer. Spent a little bit more time in altitude recently, and just I'm not someone that needs a couple of races to get into it. I like to come and be exactly on my best for that day, because that's what it's like for the Olympic final, that's what it's like for the World Championship final, and that's what I'm practicing for. There's no warm-ups here, so that's kind of the way I want to run my career.
Sunglasses indoors. This seems like your look now.
Well,
when did you decide upon that?
You know, I started a partnership with Oakley in August of last year, and you try these on, they're not very dark, and I said, you know what, this company's so cool, I want to stand out. Look at me, I'm wearing bright yellow highlight and then these glasses, so it's a bit of fun, and I love working at a company like Oakley, so yeah, just chucking them on whenever I can. I wear them all the time at workouts, so it just feels like another day.
Well, you've got to win when you wear the sunglasses indoors.
I know, and I haven't been doing that a lot recently, so that's why I was so hyped after this one. It's like, I want to be back in my winning ways, and even if they're harder, races like it was today, phenomenal athletes over the 5K, great athletes in the mile, and I just thought, you know what, the 3K is a lot closer to the mile than it is the 5K, so maybe not a lot closer, but somehow a little bit. So I'm like, this is my race to lose. So great build up, and I enjoyed every minute of it today.
What's next for you?
I'm not sure. We're going to run this and then make a decision after that, and I want to go home and see my new nephew, so maybe I'll run Birmingham down the indoor World Tour as a little bit more touching the 15 speed, but I'm not too sure. If it excites me and I'm ready for it when I get home and don't gain any sickness or anything from here, then we'll do it. But indoors doesn't mean a lot to me right now. I do not have a World Championship medal, and I really want a gold one, so that's what I'm working for this year.
I know last year when Jake won the gold medal in Eugene, he said running those 3Ks indoors, especially I think the 737 helped him out. Do you see this 3K as fulfilling the same role?
Yeah, I would say so. I think my 5Ks have left a little bit to be desired, so for me it's just like I want to get better at the stuff I'm not as good at. So 3K, get that down, and then I'll rerun a 5K and get that down a little bit. It's all about just working on your weaknesses and staying on top of your strengths. So yeah, it's going to be a well-rounded year for me, I think.
How did you feel about last year?
It sucked. It really sucked because I came into that World Championships not in the best place. I ran like a 147 point high or something 2 weeks before, and my confidence was pretty low. And then I actually felt really good in the first couple of rounds at Worlds, and as you could probably see, I was having a rare ball with it because I was so surprised of how good I was feeling versus how I've been feeling all year, because I'd kind of been up and down with injuries. So to me, it was just like have a good time, enjoy the experience, and then at that point I was in the final. I was like, well, it's all to play for. So it was fun, but 5th at Worlds sucks, especially coming off a medal. Going backwards for me is not something that I find very enjoyable, but you know what, that's the sport and everyone's getting so much better, so I need to work on my weaknesses a bit.
How long did it take you to kind of get over that mentally?
It was horrible. It was raw because I had so many family members there, so many friends, and they're there to see medals as much as they don't say it, and I let them down, and so took it very personal. Yeah.
What are your weaknesses that you need to work on?
I would just say that my 5K, like my strength of the rounds, you can see it with Whiteman. It's like he went from having a tough Olympic final to being the world champion the next year. So, you know, that was for me as well. It's like, how can I feel better trying to run 3:29, 3:28 on the third round in 5 days? It's a hard sport, but that's what, you know, you guys are here watching, and the brands kind of pay money for, so it was fun.
Well, do you like that the 1500s become that now? That it's going to be a 3:28, 3:29 race?
It's so honest. Someone asked me recently, like, do you get nervous? I'm like, well, yeah, but not really, because the nerves come normally when it's like, I'm going to be tactically running this, or if I make a small mistake, this might happen. We're running balls to the wall, and so it's a time trial at the end of the day. Everyone pushes, everyone goes hard, and that's kind of all you can do. So if anything, I'm nervous about how freaking tired I'm going to be, rather than like if I'm going to fuck up or anything like that. So no, I love championship finals, and I really want to be as many as possible. And I think I'm the only guy that's been in the championship final from 1921 and 22 and don't have a medal yet. So with
You have a medal.
a win. Whiteman, Chariot, Jakob, and I'm the only one that's been on all the finals and haven't got a gold yet. So I believe it's my turn, but it's not really how the sport works today. So I've been working my ass off to make sure that happens for me, because you know that's what I've been training for my whole life. So yeah, I'm enjoying every step of the way.
Josh, 6 weeks ago, I saw that you were in the field. You ran a fast half marathon.
Yeah.
I picked you to win immediately. Other members of CITIUS Mag really
Not to point fingers.
frowned upon that. Was this 3K downhill or no?
It felt like it. You know, I really thought, 30s in a race. I've not ran, 30 seconds per lap for a long, long time. And it just felt nice and slow for like the first couple laps. I was like, oh, this works. And you look at the lap count, it's 12 to go. I'm like, well, it's still pretty far. So no, it was, the half was one of those things, and all the athletes keep asking me like, oh, you run another half? I'm like, I wish, man. It was so fun. There's nothing like looking left and right and having a good time with people you're running with. Like, I've never been friends with someone like from gun to tape before, and I made two really good friends from Mexico. We were pointing and doing all this stuff, sharing gels. I mean, that's what the sport's about, man.
You and Luis didn't share any gels?
Yeah, no, and, I came past him, and it wasn't like he was tapping on the shoulder like, come on, take a couple laps. It's not like that anymore in the track. So no, it was just a fun experience, and it was like we were either going to run a 9 or 10 mile like hard tempo to finish the season, like the fall season. I was like, well, why don't we do something a bit longer, like maybe run a half or something. And our assistant coach had ran the holiday half, and he's like, it's a really fun experience. So we did it, and I had a ball.
Not our class this year.
Listen, I didn't want to say anything, but I've been keeping that in my back pocket, and if I can't obviously give it to Ollie, Klecker's gonna have to eat that one. So
We'll see you in an hour. If you have some things you want to say.
give me a couple beers, we're gonna get crazy.
How do you feel at the belt? Are you still feeling tired at that point?
To be honest, like if I had Ollie or something behind me, and it was a mile, I'd have been quite worried, because I was like, I don't know how many more gears he had, but because we run it so long, it was like, okay, that's fine. Like, hopefully everyone's as tired as I am, but I was just trying to go for it. All I could do was swing the arms and hope no one hit past me. So that's what I did. Thank you, guys.